Long Beach is a thriving city in Southern California with a rich history of arts and industry. As a resident myself, I've had the privilege of watching this city transform as one local architecture firm moves its headquarters from the tower of the Wells Fargo building down to the ground floor plane in the heart of the city.
The goal was really to try to find another place that could help with innovation, building a sense of community, and a sense of just collaboration. I thought the location was great. It's located in the downtown core, which is the heart of the city. Unfortunately, the downtown core hadn't had any investment for a couple of decades, and we thought this could be a place where we could really make an impact. As a group of architects, landscape architects, and urbanists, we really looked beyond the building itself and how could we improve that? We added trees. We added other amenities such as bike racks and benches. We also looked at the promenade itself, which was a street with very few shops. And we added a mural on the ground, we added string lights, we added more shade trees, more pedestrian amenities. It transformed from being majority empty to majority full. And it's just been great to create this authentic community in the heart of the city.
It is not a traditional office, and that's what we were looking for. When we were in the tower, we looked down on the city. So much of our work is about community, so we located ourselves in this space on the ground floor at street level to really make that connection more real for us.
And this is such a dramatic open space.
Yeah, it is. We walk through these big doors. We want to make it warm and inviting and use Akoya wood from Access. And then we walk through gallery spaces, so there's a lot of creativity and art. And then into this tall room, which really kind of supports creativity, a sense of awe. We want that for our visitors and our employees. It's totally transformative to our work culture. We went from cubicles and private offices to everyone having the same workspace. We worked with Pivot Interiors to design these custom workstations. And I think everyone together in one space, there's a lot more knowledge sharing and creativity between everyone from a senior partner to an intern. And I think made it a much more inclusive place to work.
Sinead, there are so many really great gathering spaces here.
It's amazing. We actually have this wonderful kitchen, but we also have a beautiful outdoor patio that was the former loading dock, and it's like this warm, inviting space that, you know, everybody can feel something different when they're in our studio. The kitchen sort of feels a little bit more like a restaurant in some ways. It is actually one of my favorite features, and I love bringing people over here because it's really unexpected to the rest of the office. We have a lot of fun pops of color, from orange tables and chairs to really beautiful Emser tile, and this wonderful countertop that just feels like a giant hospitality counter.
And there's some really interesting unconventional spaces. I think we passed a podcast room.
Yes, we have a podcast room called the Listening Room. We also have a pop-up retail, which is an apothecary. And then we have a large communal space called the Spit and Argue Club, where we do things like sound baths and community forums and even AIA events.
And I feel so connected to the promenade right here, which I understand is really important.
Yeah, and you probably see some light dancing around in our faces. That's actually a really new featured artwork by one of our creatives, which is called the Rainbow Machine.
Well, I'm sold.
The building itself is an adaptive reuse from retail to office. And in doing so, we reduced our embodied carbon by 65%. Our building is not only LEED Platinum, but it's also WELL Gold. We really are the first architectural office west of the Mississippi to achieve both those certifications. Some of the moves that we did make was we installed 33 skylights. Those are by Kingspan Light and Air. And they do a number of things. They provide natural light to reduce our lighting loads during the daytime. And at the same time, several of the skylights are operable to allow natural ventilation, reducing mechanical loads. Our concrete floors on the bottom, most of them remained exposed. And in doing so, we used West Coat to finish them up. And other moves that we've made were a mother's room, as well as biophilia throughout the space to bring nature into our environment. With the hybrid work environment, we realized that we can all work together on the ground floor and that our mezzanine space opened up to be available for other opportunities. And we said to ourselves, well, why don't we make it available to creatives within the community to come and work in here, collaborate, cross-pollinate ideas. And within 2 months, we filled the entire space, all word of mouth. Perhaps a traditional office building environment is struggling, but creative spaces like these are in high demand.
It has been such an inspiration to watch this project develop. The goals that Michael and his team brought to transforming not only this building, but the greater downtown area have really motivated me to want to work here. And now I do.